Hello, everybody. I hope everyone today is feeling as blessed as I am today. I've just got such a lovely feeling about today. So, we're doing the Bible study of Exodus, and this is part 19. And today we're going to read Exodus 35:10 to 36:38. Just before we get started, I want to let you know that if anybody wants advice or they need help with anything, if you're one of my ex-students who was doing things like my mediumship courses and things like that when I used to be involved in those kinds of practices, don't hesitate to reach out to me, because I had like 3 people reach out to me yesterday, asking for my help and advice. So please know that I am there to support you and to help you on your journey with any questions that you might have. And I can take the time now to relax and respond to people's questions because I'm in a completely different flow now. I'm doing this service work for God, and it's peaceful and relaxing. And I feel like I've got all the time in the world to help anybody that needs help. So it's not like it was before. People might have come to me for help, and I was like spending 5 minutes rushing the answers, moving on to the next project. But now that I'm doing this service work for God, everything's just so much more peaceful. And please don't hesitate to reach out to me for anything that you might need help with. I'm going to put a link in the description box as well after this video, so that anyone who's interested can sign up to my newsletter so you can keep up to date with things like any new videos that come out, my blog posts, which I'm working on as well, and other things that I learned along my journey. I'll link the newsletter sign up below, so you can keep in touch with me if you want to, and you can reach out to me through my email there as well. Okay, so let's get started with Exodus 35:10 to 36:38. Come, all of you who are gifted craftsmen, construct everything that the Lord has commanded. The tabernacle and its sacred tent, its covering, clasps, frames, crossbars, posts, and bases. The ark and its carrying poles, the ark's cover, the place of atonement. The inner curtain to shield the ark, the table, its carrying poles, and all its utensils. The bread of the presence. For light, the lampstand, its accessories, the lamp cups, and the olive oil for lighting. The incense altar and carrying its poles. The anointing oil and fragrant incense. The curtain for the entrance of the tabernacle. The altar of burnt offering. The bronze grating of the altar and its carrying poles and utensils. The wash basin and its stand, the curtains for the walls of the courtyard, the posts and their bases, the curtain for the entrance to the courtyard, the tent pegs of the tabernacle and courtyard and their ropes, the beautifully stitched garments for the priest to wear while ministering in the holy place, the sacred garments for Aaron, the priest, and the garments for his sons to wear as they minister as priests. So the whole community of Israel left Moses and returned to their tents. All whose hearts were stirred and whose spirits were moved came and brought their sacred offerings to the Lord. They brought all the materials needed for the tabernacle, for the performance of its rituals, and for the sacred garments. Both men and women came, all whose hearts were willing. They brought to the Lord their offerings of gold brooches, earrings, rings from their fingers, and necklaces. They presented gold objects of every kind as a special offering to the Lord. And All those who owned the following items willingly brought them: blue, purple, and scarlet thread, fine linen and goat hair for cloth, tanned ram skins and fine goat skin leather. And all who had silver and bronze objects gave them as a sacred offering to the Lord. And those who had acacia wood brought it for use in the project. All the women who were skilled in sewing and spinning prepared blue and purple and scarlet thread and fine linen cloth. All the women who were willing used their skills to spin the goat hair into yarn. The leaders brought onyx stones and special gemstones to be set in the ephod of the priest's chestpiece. They also brought spices and olive oil for the light, the anointing oil, and the fragrant incense. So the people of Israel, every man and woman who was eager to help in the work of the Lord, had given them every man and woman who was eager to help in the work the Lord had given them through Moses, brought their gifts and gave them freely to the Lord. Then Moses told the people of Israel, the Lord has specifically chosen Bezalel, son of Uri, grandson of Hur, of the tribe of Judah. The Lord has filled Bezalel with the Spirit of God, giving him great wisdom, ability, and expertise in all kinds of crafts. He is a master craftsman, expert in working with gold. Excuse me, pages stuck together again. Okay, expert in working with gold, silver, and bronze. He is skilled in engraving and mounting gemstones and in carving wood. He is a master at every craft. And the Lord has given both him and Oholiab, son of Ashmech, of the tribe of Dan, the ability to teach their skills to others. The Lord has given them special skills as engravers, designers, and embroiderers in blue, purple, and scarlet thread on fine linen cloth. And weavers, they excel as craftsmen and as designers. The Lord has gifted Bezalel, Oholiab, and the other craftsmen with wisdom and ability to perform any task involved in building a sanctuary. Let them construct and furnish the tabernacle, just as the Lord had commanded. So Moses summoned Bezalel and Oholiab and all the others who were specially gifted by the Lord and were eager to get to work. Moses gave them the materials donated by the people of Israel as sacred offerings for the completion of the sanctuary. But the people continued to bring additional gifts each morning. Finally, the craftsmen who were working on the sanctuary left their work. They went to Moses and reported, the people have given more than enough materials to complete the job the Lord has commanded us to do. So Moses gave the command, and this message was sent throughout the camp. Men and women, don't prepare any more gifts for the sanctuary. We have enough. So the people stopped bringing their sacred offerings. Their contributions were more than enough to complete the whole project. The skilled craftsmen made 10 curtains of finely woven linen for the tabernacle. Then Bezalel decorated the curtains with blue, purple, and scarlet thread and with skillfully embroidered cherubim. All 10 curtains were exactly the same size, 42 feet long and 6 feet wide. 5 of these curtains were joined together to make one long curtain, and the other 5 were joined to make a second long curtain. He made 50 loops of blue yarn and put them along the edge of the last curtain in each set. The 50 loops along the edge of the curtain matched the 50 loops along the edge of the other curtain. Then he made 50 gold clasps and fastened the long curtains together with clasps. In this way, the tabernacle was made of one continuous piece. He made 11 curtains of goat's hair cloth to serve as a tent covering for the tabernacle. These 11 curtains were all exactly the same size, 45 feet long and 6 feet wide. Bezalel joined 5 of these curtains together to make one long curtain, and the other 6 were joined to make a second long curtain. He made 50 loops for the edge of each large curtain. He also made 50 bronze clasps to fasten the long curtains together. In this way, the tent covering was made of one continuous piece. He completed the tent covering with a layer of tanned ram skins and a layer of fine goatskin leather. For the framework, the tabernacle, Bezalel constructed frames of acacia wood. Each frame was 15 feet high and 27 inches wide, with 2 pegs underneath each frame. All the frames were identical. He made 20 of these frames to support the curtains on the south side of the tabernacle. He also made 40 silver bases, 2 bases under each frame, with the pegs fitting securely into the bases. For the north side of the tabernacle, he made another 20 frames. With their 40 silver bases, 2 bases under each frame, he made 6 frames for the rear, the west side of the tabernacle, along with 2 additional frames to reinforce the rear corners of the tabernacle. These corner frames were matched at the bottom and firmly attached to at the top with a single ring, forming a single corner unit. Both of these corner units were made the same way. So there were 8 frames at the rear of the tabernacle, set into 16 silver bases, 2 bases underneath each frame. Then he made crossbars of acacia wood to link the frames, 5 crossbars for the north side of the tabernacle and 5 for the south side. He also made 5 crossbars for the rear of the tabernacle, which faced west. He made the middle crossbar to attach halfway up the frames. It ran all the way from one end of the tabernacle to the other. He overlaid the frames with gold and made gold rings to hold the crossbars. Then he overlaid the crossbars with gold as well. For the inside of the tabernacle, Bezalel made a special curtain of finely woven linen. He decorated it with blue, purple, and scarlet thread, and with skillfully embroidered cherubim. For the curtain, he made 4 posts of acacia wood and 4 gold hooks. He overlaid the posts with gold and set them into 4 silver bases. Then he made another curtain for the entrance to the sacred tent. He made it of finely woven linen and embroidered it with exquisite designs using blue, purple, and scarlet thread. The curtain was hung on gold hooks attached to 5 posts. The posts, with their decorated tops and hooks, were overlaid with gold, and the 5 bases were cast from bronze. So that's the end of our reading today in Exodus. And I I don't know what the word for it is. I'm surprised at just how much detail. I know I say this in every video whilst we're doing about the Ark of the Covenant and building like the tabernacle and everything. So much precise instructions, and then it keeps talking about this over and over again. So it must be so important, the construction of this. So have a think about the words that I've read to you today, about the materials used and the numbers and the precision and all the, can you imagine all the work that went into this and all the gold, having that much gold? Where did the gold come from? They were probably in a place that was rich with gold along one of the I can't remember where it is now. It does say somewhere in Genesis, I do believe, about where there's a lot of gold. But there's a lot, it sounds like there's an awful lot of gold being used here, as well as silver and bronze and all the materials. And wow, such a massive, massive project, especially for it to be talked about so much. And then it looks like we're going to do Exodus 37 after this on another video. And it's talking again more, I can see more numbers and more things about the construction of this. So have a think about just be in awe of all the work that went on and how much trust people had in God and in his words and what he told people and the creation. And I love that the angels are in here as well, the cherubim angels. And if you look at like the replica around the Ark of the Covenant tabernacle and everything, when it's being built, you always hear people say, oh, in the Bible it doesn't say anything about angels with wings, but it does that in that construction, in that replica. It says to have the angels facing each other and have their wings like touching. So it does mention angels with wings quite early on in the Bible. So I was surprised to read that when I read that, because I've heard so many people say there's no angels with wings in the Bible. Anyway, I'll see you in another video, and I'll put that link in below in the comments as well. And for anyone that's interested in like my blogs and other things that aren't on these YouTube videos yet. So have a blessed and wonderful day, and I'll see you again for the next video. Bye bye.